Good morning. Kind of snuck up on me. Didn't even realize it was 9 o'clock. I just looked over and then it dawned on me there should be something I should be doing. So here I am doing it. Hopefully we get a good stream today. No internet issues. But to start off, let's first look at what news we got ahead of us. And I'm pretty certain today is just a quiet day. There's nothing really going on. Cool to watch the Fed Treasury purchases and just see if these guys are tapering or not. But it looks like everybody's just kind of on hold right now to see what's going on. We got the reading of the minutes tomorrow. So that should be interesting. It's probably a non-event, man. Everything was discussed. I'm sure there'll be a little sensationalism on some subtleties in the language, but that's probably about it. And then initial jobless claims are always a good topic to watch, see what's going on there. But, a lot of people thinking that inflation is transitory. A couple of schools on it, but, a couple of different schools. Some feel that it's systemic. So we're just going to have to see. Most of the world is having a hard time getting out of this pandemic. So I don't think that we're going to have a big inflation issue for quite some time, unless we have a hard time getting back online, which also seems to be an issue. Getting companies up and running. A lot of people seem like they're just kind of using it as an excuse also to keep prices high. Like the gas companies are claiming that they can't truck their materials because they don't have drivers. So that's the crunch we're having at least on the East Coast with gas prices. But conveniently during the hottest time of the year for travel. It always seems like every summertime somebody comes up with a reason why gas prices should go up. That was a nice thing about Trump, man. He used to hammer the oil companies and force them to keep the prices down, and threatened to release the reserves if they didn't comply and stuff like that. So I kind of miss that. So anyway, that's it in a nutshell as far as news goes. Just looking at the market, it's just a monster of a market. This is almost unheard of. Look how many trending up days there are. I'm just waiting for a consolidation. The momentum on the daily is really strong, so it's not really calling for a reversal, but it would be logical. A consolidation. So maybe we'll get an inside bar today because there's not much catalyst, and that would be fine. If you look at the weekly chart, you could see the divergence in the weekly. It's rolling around. And it would have to trade below 271 to trigger. You're talking about roughly 80 points. So, not that we don't have those debacle days, but I wouldn't really count on it. But I want to see some sort of consolidation, at least down to 310. And then consolidate for a little while there. But we'll see. We're coming into the summer, and it could just be a sideways market, which is fine. It's just that crazy move up makes me uncomfortable until it starts consolidating. And you know me, I'm risk adverse. Hey, Zach Attack, what's going on, buddy? We want some stories of lifeguarding, and every good story deserves an embellishment. But anyway, I'm risk adverse, and if you look at the greatest hedge funds and the greatest hedge fund operators out there, you'll find that they don't assume a lot of risk. And then you look at some of these guys who are high flyers in performance and short-lived, and you could see that they just assume a lot of risk, and that's just not really good business in my view. There are hundreds of ways to trade, and only one wrong way to trade, and that is without a plan. But what's good for me is being risk averse and disciplined. I like that. I see a lot of people jump on here too and chat and talk about their different ways of trading. They throw things out there, and everybody has to make sure that they don't get influenced by that. There is no wrong way to trade other than not having a good plan, and a plan entails good risk management with stops, and then your setups. The reason why you're buying, why you're selling, where the idea breaks down. What method to get you to the setup is irrelevant. What I'm showing you here is what I like to do, what works for me. And again, it's tried and true. It's not the only way to trade. So keep an open mind, and you find what suits your personality. And that's the direction you go, and you want the consistency. So anywho, these are just thoughts I was having on Friday. After watching a few of the new folks who jumped on, and some of the things that I had read come across the chat, which I think Friday was a good day for the best I could recall, as far as content and stuff. But we cut it early. Cutting it early didn't hurt either. I had a nice full day. So anyway, that's what's going on with ES. This gap filled on the daily. On AMC. Wow, I didn't even see that happen. I guess that happened late in the day on Friday, huh? That's interesting. And it left a nice hammer. That's interesting. But and it's up 5/8 right now. Is that Friday's move? Yeah, Friday's move. Let's see if we can get some real time. See if the picture changes any. No, it's not showing us anything. But it's up $1 right now. I'll tell you, one of the drawbacks of old age is eyesight. Because I have some screens that are far away, that I don't need glasses to see, and then the screens that are right in front of me, I need glasses to focus on. So I don't have the convenience of turning my head and just viewing everything. So it's a constant adjustment of my glasses. And then I'm big into reading what's in foods when I buy them. I usually don't eat processed foods. So that's a pain in the ass too, because sometimes I forget my glasses. I'm standing there in the store. I certainly can't see that little tiny print. And I have to fuddle around or end up buying another pair of reading glasses. I've got more reading glasses laying around. And I can remember my grandfather going through that. So now I'm emulating my grandfather. But I did run about 4 miles this morning. I never saw him do that. Yeah, we got that hammer on AMC, but we're up right now, 53.47. So and we're breaking that hammer. That's pretty good. I think we're probably going to go up and test that. I mean, this daily momentum is so negative that it's going to take a lot to turn that sucker around. I mean, I don't want to be a naysayer, and I may end up with mud on my face, but I'm feeling like this is a wrap. That's for all you free folk out there. All right? Any of the newcomers, I'm going to be a cheerleader so that they join my site and I could teach them the proper way to trade. So you may hear me, and hopefully you guys will forgive the hypocrisy. But I want to see this channel at 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month, and I think once we hit 1,000, then it should snowball, and I'd like to see get to those 5 digits. You know, I still have that in me, although I do like to tend to my soul garden. I do have that competitiveness in me, and when I do something, I like to see the progress. So the 60 minute doesn't look too bad. You know, the momentum is positive, right? And we could say, well, you know what? I'd say this is the high. So we got to see where it goes. I would like to see it make a higher low, and then turn around over here, make a higher low, turn around. That'd be healthy. Then you could decide on whether you want to enter it or not. Me personally, I think there's more to do than sit here and waste your time in AMC, which there's no controllable trading theory here. You know, you either hope that it squeezes or it doesn't. You know, when you take a setup, you're controlling that environment. You know what it should do. You know how it should react, and you have your choice of being in it or being out of it at certain points. Over here, you have no idea. You have no idea. You know, when you should close, when you should stay. I mean, you know. You're sitting here hoping on greed. You're better off praying. I mean, it'll be just as effective and less demonic. So, but let's keep that between us, right? Because we don't want it getting out there on the internet that Dave is anti-AMC. I'll be banned or shunned at the very least. We'll get all sorts of haters in here. Yeah, I hope you guys, you know, harvest some profits. At the very least, get your capital out of it, your initial investment, and maybe let a piece run. And just protect yourself with stops, which is hard to do in this situation. You know, I guess at this point, I would put on the daily, I would probably, nope, that's the wrong hotkey. I would probably put a trend line in, my goodness. What is it? Control. There we go. I would probably put a trend line in. You know, you could call that a pivot, especially if we broke up today. And I would assume that if it broke this line now, it'll test this low here and then make a goal to close this out. So I hope everybody harvests a bit of profit already. And if I'm just trying to show a way to manage it, if it breaks this trend line, I'll probably put my stop below the trend line, and then as it goes on, I'll just keep moving my stop up this trend line. You have a very tight channel here, and if it moves up and breaks this channel, obviously, you know, we're going to make a move for that 72 and then run. But that's how I would probably start managing this thing. I'll probably reiterate that on my wrap-up if I remember. I'm actually in a 3-day water fast, so who knows what I'm going to sound like or remember at the end of today. I'm only 24 hours in, so really I should be fine. You probably wouldn't even notice a difference. It's rare now that I get nutty. But I remember when I first started water fasting, the first fast I did, I was actually walking my dog. I had this huge Akita, and I was renting an apartment. It was around the time that I first started building my own firm. And the landlord showed up on like the 3rd day of me on an extreme water fast. And I was like so out of it that like 2 days later, his lawyer called me and they wanted me to leave because he thought I was on drugs. So I had to explain to him that I was doing a water fast. And the guy was understanding. So I did my run today. I went to the gym. I feel like a good animal, ready to conquer the markets. Hope everybody had the same kind of morning. Feel good. Just want to get things going. We're looking at the futures right now, and we're just watching them trade. I mean, we're only off a little bit, and I'm looking for a pullback. You know, so that I could enter a few trades. I just hate chasing the market. G's don't die on us. Well, dude, I can't make any promises. I mean, I don't think I'm doing anything right now that's going to end up killing me. I mean, I'm kind of sitting in very slack water on a very still day in a very safe boat. I'd say my survival is better guaranteed today than it is some other days. But I will promise you this, I will put myself in a position that makes my survival most vicarious. Because that bit of adventure is just a spice of life. And it's addicting. And I'm getting an itch. I am itching. I'm actually building a vessel now that is geared up and could head for the Arctic. And it has some like crash bulkheads in it in case I take an iceberg. I'm looking forward to that, man. No, I drink water. I'm on a water fast. So I'm not eating any solid foods or taking any proteins or fibers or anything like that. I'm just fasting on water. Well, water and coffee. But yeah, it's kind of a detox. But yeah, you know, I mean, I like coffee, and it doesn't really break me out of ketosis. So I'll drink the coffee. I mean, sometimes I'll do it without the caffeine, but it's not my goal to detox caffeine out of my system. So, but yeah, so I ran, and I definitely drink water. I drink a lot of water. I probably go through 2 or 3 gallons a day when I'm fasting. Normally, I drink about a gallon a day, but I go through about 2 or 3 gallons. But you know, my body is already accustomed and programmed to burning fat for fuel, you know, which is actually what our bodies are meant to do, but we take in so many carbs that our bodies forget how to do it, and you have to reprogram your body. And that's why we store a lot of fat on our bodies, because our body forgets how to burn the fat as energy, and just goes right for the carbs. So, I mean, that's the whole concept behind the keto diets. But it's the natural way your body functions. And it's all kind of easy to achieve when you just think like an animal. Not a whole lot of carbohydrates that you require as a predator. Oh, you know what? See that, Tommy? You didn't remind me. I got to kick off that private. I guess Tommy's working today, not looking at the screen. No, man, you can't go 3 days without drinking water. Water is so essential to your body. It wouldn't even function properly. It wouldn't detox. It wouldn't digest. I mean, that would just be murder. It's really exhilarating too, man. It's so cleansing, so exhilarating. I mean, you get a lot of energy, clarity of thought. You build neurological paths in your mind, you know, because as an animal, yet when you're starving, your brain, as a survival tactic, you actually increase IQ points or intelligence, and because your brain is like, you know, okay, where's the food? Where's the food? How do I find food? So it improves your thought process, and it's incredible, the benefits of fasting. It's just there's no money in it, so nobody's talking about it. "10 minutes to market open." Nope, no trouble, Tommy. I'll just stay vocal in the background. Maybe you'll pick up a few things. I'm really interested to see what today holds. It's Tuesday, although it's going to feel like a Monday because everybody wants to get the feel. A lot of people are gone. Although the last 2 weeks of August is kind of big time Wall Street vacation time. That's where everybody kind of splits. They get the last shot in with their family before their kids go off to school. And the market kind of slows down around there. Looks like China is hammering companies. Now DIDI, I think, is taking a beating. Hopefully Andrew got out of that. I think it was Andrew who was in it. In it. Let's see who's visiting us today. Who do we have? Anybody new? Gilbert, that's a new guy. One more subscriber. That's cool. I need 25 more to round out to an even 400. Hopefully we get 25 today. I'm way behind though. I thought I'd be at 500 like a week ago. So if you guys have like 500 friends you could throw my way, I'd appreciate it. So very interesting. I'm one of those chat apps on my phone. This I have to say girl contacted me, and then I kind of responded like, "Oh my," because she was like this cute little Asian girl, and market open? Nope. And then, she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, my assistant gave me the wrong number." I was like, "Yeah, no problem, be well." And then she contacted me again in the evening. And right away, I mean, as soon as I saw the picture of the hot little Asian girl, I knew this was like some kind of a setup. So I'm toying with it. So, she's like chatting with me slowly. I'm just trying to see what kind of information she's trying to get out of me, if it's an identity thing or, sponsor me to come to the States kind of thing. To suck some money out of me. Those are always interesting. So I like to mess with them, the phone calls and stuff like that, kind of string them along. And yet, here they call this like the ultimate cynic. So right away I'm thinking, all right, they're up to something. But it's funny how they use like hot chick images and stuff like that to try to con you. So apparently she's from Shanghai, which is interesting because I had a few people from Shanghai who worked for me, and I sponsored them to come here into the States. I mean, back before China was like decided to be an evil empire. So they were yeah, very cool, very well educated people. So I mean, it's just I want to see how this one stacks up. Yeah, probably a man or a dude or a group. Um, I'm waiting for like a link. Like send me a link. Like click on this. Or something like that to try to get a Trojan into my computer, or or they'll slowly try to get me to divulge information so that they can build a profile and then maybe hack into shit. Um, that's involved with it. It's funny. Um, my mother-in-law, I mean, she's like a fob. If you don't know what a fob is, like a fresh off the boat kind of individual, and people call her all the time, and we hear her giving out like social security numbers over the phone, and like even Mrs. Grid. She's like, yo, I could hear my mother like giving out my birthday, and because it's really funny, and she won't let us. She has a cell phone, but she won't let us cancel her landline. She's just attached to it, so we have to deal with all of that. And yet, she was left well off. Her husband was a surgeon, so she's in good shape. And we just have to watch everything. She's like 84 years old and just very naive. So there's always somebody sniffing around trying to get into her purse. Well, AMC's showing a little life. Tesla's up $3. Amazon's up $24. What's NQ doing? NQ's up 27. All right. Well, I guess that's kind of flat for the Nasdaq, but it's a good start. Yeah, I know they do get people all the time. Hey, what's up, CB4 Canes? Yeah, it's amazing. And you know what's disgusting? I mean, they prey on the old, and I mean, there's not even any honor in the game. You know what I'm saying? At least pull something off. I mean, get some numbers. Dupe Bill Gates. At least feel good about what you're doing. I mean, these sleazy people are doing it just for money. I don't think I've ever done anything for money. That's got to be the worst motivation possible. I mean, so superficial, so cheesy, doing it for money. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, you get the big numbers, which is cool because it's worth your effort. But then at least you did something. You know what I'm saying? It's you did something. You outsmarted a smart guy. There's challenge in it. I mean, where's the honor in like robbing old people, or never? Not even honor, but where's the accomplishment? I mean, it's ridiculous. Ridiculi. Oh, there we go. Game on, baby. Oh, let's jump over to the S&P 500. get ready for that morning breakout. Oh yeah, that's a big old bar that pulled back on her. Yeah, this is not logging in right. Here we go. Oh man, come on. The 30-second charts aren't working right. Let's see if we can get you to a minute. I mean, it doesn't matter what software you have, you always get glitches, you know. All right, she's pulling back. She's pulling back. See if I could get this order off. No volume in what I'm doing here. Going for a little close of a gap right away, first thing in the morning. And we're still up a buck. Composite's not making a move to close the gap, but the Russell's trading off. Yeah, we really got to start watching that Russell. That was a good song. Go get him, baby. Get him, CB4. I mean, everybody could be great. Some people are great at bad things. Some people are great at good things. But, I mean, it really doesn't all matter. Just be great. That would be smooth if you could get over on Soros. I want to hear about it. I mean, just send me a thumbs up. You know, don't put any confessions in the chat. But if you're smart enough to get over on Soros, I guess I don't have to tell you that, right? I bet even he would appreciate the challenge, you know, in your effort. Of course, he'll probably have you killed for it, but there's a shooting star on the composite. I'm sitting here playing with stuff and I'm not even looking for where the next trade is. I'm going to take it right here. Yeah, it fucking whips back on me. Come on, give me that 48, baby. Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. I'm taking a third off right here. I'm looking for that 46 number, that 45.73. Come on. Sure could use that 30-second chart. Man, what is with this? Taking a third off right here. Just going to leave my last third to run. Look at that, paid already. See, we can go home, first half hour. That's how the market should work. $3.45. Yeah, actually, yeah, I got a fib on the 5 minute that I'm kind of using as my targets. So I entered at about 3:54, a little before that break. Oh no, I'm sorry. I entered on the 2 minute. Oh, at 3:56. So yeah, I'm looking at the 5. I really should have held that second third until we hit that 38, but we haven't seen much follow through. And here on the 5, you can see the cloud is kind of in between the 38 and the 33. Kind of gives this area right here a good target, but looks like this baby is just pulling back. And we got the composite kind of trading off a little bit, putting in a double top, but nothing sinking. And we got the Dow moving down. So this is a good trade. This trade should have some good momentum. I can't get my 30 up, but I'm looking at a 10 tick, and it looks like the momentum's rolling over on that. I'm putting at, you know what, should I move my stop? I mean, I got like 16 points. I got like 8 points in this this option. Yeah, this is a big payday. I mean, I don't really expect it. It'll probably test that. So I think I'm just going to put my stop at the 49. Oh yeah, okay, that's where I entered. So that's just locking in a buck. I don't think I'm going to bother with that. Oh, okay, no, I only got 5 points in this bad boy. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. That's one of the problems of not looking at your P&O when you trade. Where do you put your 2K? I don't understand what your question is. So we got a flag building on the 2-minute. So I'm going to watch for that. If that flag triggers, then I'm just going to put my stop on my last third behind that. So right now, my last third, I'm still at a break even on the stop. And I'm just going to try to drag this sucker down. But I think 41 could be our target, 41 and a quarter. Yeah, baby, that's the way you move in the morning. Russell's still trading off, and the composite's looking to close the gap. So if it does that, it's going to pull this SPX down. I would like to see 41. So we got a flag on the 5-minute building. We got a flag on the 2-minute. It hasn't triggered yet. If you look at this tick chart, you can see the momentum strengthening, but it'll come down, should make a double bottom. I might even bring my stop down to the 45 if it tests that bottom and then returns. But that 5-minute is looking really, really negative. We broke the 8 period on the 30, so I think 41's a good shot. Okay, that's the test of the low right there on the 10-minute tick. So I got my stop at about 46 right now. 45.88. You got the 2-minute bear flags triggered. Hasn't really tested the low. It's got to test the low before it keeps moving. And we're actually building that 5-minute bear flag. About 25 seconds for it to close. Yay, I'm having fun. Okay, there's the test of the bottom. Go, baby, go, baby, go. Come on, push through that low. Man, if that bitch doesn't get off, it's not getting off. was the test. All right, my stop is staying where it is, so we just need it to move. Oh, the composite closed the gap, so we'll see if it puts in a double bottom and turns around. If it does, I'm closing the trade. Oh, looks like it's going to take me out on that pop back. And I'm out. All right, that was a good trade. Picked up a few bucks. I mean, I would have liked to have seen more, but maybe we'll get another opportunity to get in on it. Yeah, I was kind of looking at the 41.27 as my target, but I mean, it just retraced and took me out on my last third, so I'm out of the trade. Made a double bottom on the 1 minute, made a double bottom on the 2 minute, and then you had a failed bear flag on the 5 minute, and usually a failed bear flag turns into a bullish move. You know, we could have even flipped around and gotten the other way based on that. Picked up another $3 right there. But that's cool. I'm happy with that little bit of a push. It's a good way to start the morning. I mean, I had to average at least 300 a contract on that. I'll see tonight when I do my homework. So that was a pretty good trade. Hopefully some people got in on it with me and enjoyed it. Fairly decent retrace. Super job, buddy. So what'd you pick up per contract, or how many contracts did you do? 1080, very good. How many contracts? You usually, I'm thinking you did about 3 contracts. Although, I guess if you held a whole position longer, you got more than that. Yeah, man, that's a good chunk of change. I mean, if you think about it, what time is it? We've been working for 20 minutes. That's cool. If you weren't such a young man, you could just wrap things up and call it a day. Being that you're a young man, you still have properties to buy and stories to make and children to raise. And oh, look at that. There's even a bit of momentum on the security today. I think we might be able to capture a few trades. I'm going to chill out and just wait for a reversal if we get a reversal. Didn't really get any movement. So if you were at the on the downslope of your life, you could just chill out now. Paid for your day. So with this kind of movement, you could actually just keep taking the double tops and the double bottoms and probably be able to pick up 2 or 3 points. I mean, it's moving quick when the setups break. Because if you look right here, on this 10-tick chart, you could see, you know, here's a high and the momentum's high. Here's another high, momentum's fading. Another high, momentum's fading. I probably would have taken the trade right here at the 47.44 with my stop here, you know, taking a little heat on this move up, and then down it went. Picked up another buck a contract, but it happens quick. I like that. You know, I mean, you're in the money pretty quickly. So from the time I entered 49, within a minute you're in the money, but the returns are quick also. Oh, 6 contracts? Yeah, cool. Yeah. Man, I just can't get income trades off. Yeah, man, that's good money. Well, yeah, you know what? It's not clicking a mouse. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you educated yourself on a setup, and you took the time to understand the movement of the markets. So, I mean, you put effort into it. It's not just clicking the mouse. I mean, physically, that's all it entails. But, I mean, you put some thought into it. Looks like we might be rolling into a consolidation right here. And we didn't really get enough movement for a midday reversal, since we're going to be trading off of this chart today. So I think it's an easy argument that the opening range high today is going to be the current high of the day. We don't know what the low is yet, though. How low can she go? Yeah, you got to be in it. See, that's a great way to start the day. So all in all, man, I got to say this is a phenomenal day, man. I had a great workout. My mind is clear because there's no food blocking my thought process. And I made fistfuls of money already. I get my 25 subscribers today, and yo, it's a very well-rounded day. So looking at that 1 minute, we're kind of building a double bottom right there, and let's see how it behaves there. But you could look like maybe for a hammer or something off that resistance, that support. If you get that hammer off the support, you could look to take an entry. I'm not going to take the entry. I mean, I made a ton of money, and I don't have to. Yeah, you know, I don't want to give any back. If I see something exceptional, I'll definitely take it. But that's me. I know you guys like to do this like it's a video game. Well, actually, you're about to see, Wyatt, you're about to see if you get the reversal right now, because on that 1 minute, it looks like giving it a good double bottom with a nice test. The 2 minute looks good. The only thing I don't like is that 5 minute right there. That momentum is still kind of negative, and it didn't do anything to turn it around. But obviously, the 2 minutes got to swing before the 5 minute. But the 5 minute is showing that it may possibly, but if you get a nice hammer off of this low, you could be pretty comfortable with that turnaround. And it's not bleeding. I mean, it's not falling apart right here. It's kind of trying to decide which way it wants to go, which is a good sign, And all in all, the market's bullish, so you got a lot of things working in your favor. If it does turn around, I bet you could get maybe 8 to 10 points out of it. That tick chart, for some reason my second chart isn't pulling up, but this tick chart, the momentum's kind of flattening. I'm looking for that reversal. I mean, I don't really like the hammer or anything, so oh, got rejected. I'd look at that line right there. Yeah, the Nasdaq closed the gap, which is a good sign, and looks like it's finding a bottom at that gap. So yeah, if the Nasdaq turns around, it'll probably pull the S&P back up with it. I must concur. The Dow is a little heavy, and the Russell's a little heavy. Keeps trying to feel its way for that low, but that's a nice return off the low. That looks like a fairly decent hammer building right there on the 1 minute. Baby, I'm just blind. Oh, all right, there's a test. Oh, All right, looks like we're going for that 41. 4202. That looks like a pretty good support right at 4202. Oh, cool. Done. Oh, looks like today's a down day, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so here's what's interesting. The market is moving down. The S&P is moving down heavy with every turn of the composite. So if the composite turns around, it should just really stall out the S&P fall. See, now the composite's moving up. I think we may get that midday reversal too. Yeah, you know what? I don't know what your risk tolerance is, but I think with this move, Wyatt, this is a really nice move. I think you'll get a midday reversal on it. I don't know what your plan is or how you manage your risk, but I think that wrong one. I think that we'll get a midday, and you'll probably see about 349 at least. I mean, we may still push down, and I'm right at a support right now. A support I have below this is 40.14. So we may push down another buck or so, a little more. I'm sorry I hopped it. Well, no, I'm not sorry I hopped out of it. Well, are you trying to sell a put? I mean, if it goes past your sell limit, then you should get hit. So you might be putting in sell stops. Man. Yeah, sometimes the software does that, man. Sometimes it craps out. this is a good resistance that we're support rather that we're bouncing off of right here. Boo. Yeah, if you put a limit in, it shouldn't blow through it, or it will hit you on the next lowest price. You should get a better price. So just make sure you're not putting a stop order in. Or it may just not be accepting the order. It might there might be a software glitch, which happens all the time. Huh? Yeah, just shut down and reboot. That's all. I mean, you're not playing with live money, so you're safe. Mr. Anthony. I'm just doing a little work here. So, excuse me for not entertaining. This is that was a good support right there. So, Mr. Wyatt, this might be your move right here. You want to see a good double bottom right here. If it can't hold this bottom, then this might be a bad day. But you should look for a good double bottom. Although it's kind of early for a reversal. Not impossible though. Got a bear flag on the 5-minute. So looking at this 1 minute, you got a what could be a good double bottom. I mean, really, the entry would be at 42.28 to confirm. I mean, an aggressive entry, you could go at the 40, but there's no hammer. I mean, we're testing that bottom again, see if it holds. The 5-minute is very negative, and that's a bear flag right there. If the bear flag fails, it'll fail at 42.30, and that could be a good entry for a long right there. Again, it's a little bit early for a reversal, but look at that. Tested that bottom and held so far. That's pretty good. Aggressively, you can get in at the 40.86 or so, and then conservatively, you're looking at the 42.30. Oh, and there we go. That's the test. There's the break. Oh, and it's not running. There's a good fight. There's a good fight. This could be the reversal. Okay, well, I guess that didn't hold. That's a little disconcerting. So I'm looking at 36 as my next support. Hey, good morning, Andrew. How you doing? So you could have played all these break of the lows. I mean, I was less aggressive because we had that nice move right in the morning. But now we're getting into the hour. what's that mean? All right, so we're closer to the hour of a good midday reversal, and this is a good directional move. We just need a good indication that it's going to reverse. The 2-minute momentum is still negative. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. You gotta. I mean, I can't agree with that sort of philosophy. You gotta decide at one point where the idea breaks down and why you got into the idea. You played an IPO momentum. Once it demonstrated that it didn't have that momentum, then you should just take your loss. I mean, it's the nature of the business. You haven't failed. You know, it's just the idea didn't work, and that's what trading is. And now you're turning it into a fundamental investment. So, you know, there's hundreds of right ways to trade, but only one wrong way to trade, and that's without a plan. And that's what you're kind of doing. You're trading without a plan here, or you're changing your plan, I guess. So, I mean, you know, I wish you luck on the trade, but I can't agree with your risk management, and I don't want to be a male organ about it, but you know, I just want to be frank so that you know what my frame of mind is and how I look at things. And I think the Chinese government is kind of beating the crap out of them. So, and it's just it just doesn't seem like a good environment to do business in right now. You know, they're either trying to make a point or something. So, what the hell's going on here? Yeah, you know what? There's a general theory that your first hit is your easiest hit. You know, and this is why you have your stop losses and stuff like that, because you know, when something comes out of the blue, then you you're protected. You know, and I've seen it, you know, tons of times. I mean, you know, what about in 2016? All of a sudden, China started to devalue their currency, and just hammered the markets, man. Hammered the markets, and you know, thank God I had stop losses in. Otherwise, I would have taken a beating. Um, what do I think? Well, I don't know what TSM acronym is. Is that a security? I don't like the conflict that's happening in South Sea China, and I kind of fear for Taiwan. I don't like any of the situation that's going on around China right now. You know, they're doing a lot of saber rattling, and all the Western countries are getting a little irritated with this, and I think that they're going to start alienating themselves. I mean, the problem is that you know, corporations are still placating to their rhetoric and their nonsense, and I mean, eventually, I think you're going to start seeing citizens get uncomfortable with what China's doing, and start boycotting companies and forcing them to kind of abandon the markets and stuff. So, I don't know. I'm not really. I mean, there's plenty of emerging markets, and there's plenty of other avenues to make money. I don't have to go somewhere where I just feel uncomfortable. And ethically, I just don't like what they do. You know? I mean, there was a dude who stabbed a cop and in Hong Kong. And I guess you shouldn't be stabbing police, but yet his position is that, it's the government suppressing their rights, and he didn't run up to stab the cop; he just defended himself. And there was a huge, and the company expressed, the guy was killed who stabbed the cop, and the company expressed their sympathies to his family, and all of mainland China is boycotting that company now. Because they expressed sympathy to the family, and they said they should have demonized them. So it just shows you the nationalism that's going on over there, and the brainwashing that they're enduring. So anyway, that's my view. Yes, I said saber rattling. I'm just looking at some charts. Sorry for the silence. All right. So, like the Chinese equivalent of shaking a fist. Yep. I mean, right now, we're kind of concerned for Taiwan, and we're taking the position that one China, one Taiwan, right? And China has all this arrogance right now that you can't tell us what to do, and they have no respect for anybody's borders and the oceans and shit like this. I mean, this is just a spoiled little bastard, and the end result is somebody's going to have to take a beating. It's either China or the U.S. or the Western countries, actually, because they are going to try to take over Taiwan, and we're taking the position that it's two different countries, and I think we have the support of all the allies of the UN, and it's going to be an interesting next couple of years. So anyway, I just have no interest in supporting anything that's China associated. I mean, I don't even buy Apple, kind of pissy with Amazon too, because they just keep buying all this trash that's manufactured in China and trying to sell it to us. So basically, we're about a 76% retracement from Friday's move. Which is not bad. I kind of took the half gap on Friday. Actually, let me show you what I did with my Fibonacci. I just went half the gap and retraced up, trying to get targets, and they're pretty good. I mean, it hit pretty solid at the 50, hit pretty solid at the 38. You know, busted right through. I mean, you know, one bar stopped at the 61 and then busted through. But now's the time for the retrace, and probably zing us. I'm looking for a double bottom though on the 2 minute. And then I may take an interest in that retrace after the 2 minute. Yeah, well, Hong Kong's done, man, and I mean they legally own it. They had that yeah, you know, one country, two government system, but yeah, you know, they just rolled over that shit. And the problem was there was so much freedom in Hong Kong that they were afraid it would compromise the mainland. You know, their ability to control the mainland, so they had to suppress that shit. You know, but yeah, it would be a shame if they got their hands on Taiwan, because I mean that's the original Chinese culture. I mean, those are the people that that ran the government that ran from China when the military of Communist Party raped China. You know, they like to call it a cultural revolution, but they literally went in there and just raped the country. I mean, just killed Tibetan monks, you know, killed all sorts of ethnic people, killed dissidents. It was just disgusting. They'll probably be knocking on my boat shortly after being so vocal about it. I mean, they're even influential here in the States. I mean, there were reports of Chinese police vehicles here in the States. Like, they have organizations that paint up cars to look like the local mainland Chinese police cars, and they go visit people here in the States that are speaking out against them, the Chinese people in the Chinese communities. You know, with a Chinese police car and Chinese police uniforms. So I guess today is anti-China day for off-grid trading. But also understand that this is the Chinese government. I mean, you know, it's not the Chinese people, so don't hold any animosity against Chinese American folks. All right, super job, Anth. I'm glad. Just watch for this turnaround. This is the hour. I mean, I'm not seeing any really good bottoms that I like yet, but the 5 minute is flattening out. There's actually a bear flag on the 5. You know, I mean, I don't want to see like a crazy day of you know, just a bloody sell-off. You know, a couple of days just trading down, 2 or 3 days trending down comfortably, orderly, you know, cleaning out some profits, some cheap positions, and then a return to our regularly scheduled bull market. But here on the 5 minute, you can see this bear flag It's about to trigger, and then the test will be the low of the day. The 1 minute momentum looks like it could be turning. The 2 minute looks like it could be turning, but that 5 minute is crazy negative. Crazy. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're probably looking at the 29 mark now. 43.29. Here it comes. This right here would be a nice healthy correction, or yeah, let's call it a little correction. $29.47. Let's see if it holds that $29.47. If it breaks that, we could be looking at 43.21. Fuck. Yeah, well, it's definitely testing that, right? And we're at the low of Friday. Nice retrace off that bottom. Still looking for a double bottom to make a move. Could just be another bear flag on the 5 minute. Hey, what's up, Hayachi? Good morning. Missed some good trades. Nice active day. Yeah, it's a heavy retrace on that 5 minute, so I wouldn't really call that a good bear flag there. So could be just a single bottom and a reversal. And now's the hour. This is the time for the mid-morning reversal. So what you should do is, no, I want to keep that whole. Just set up your Fibonacci and make some targets. If you got in on this bar, I would go one off at the 23 and then try to get one off at the 38 and then start trailing at the 50. Whoa, look at Amazon, up 106. Wow. I'm sitting here watching AMC like a dummy. And there's a crazy move in Amazon. No, look at that. Could you have traded it? Yeah, look at that. I'm not streaming any news. I wonder if it was a result of some news. And if you just joined us for the first time, this is off-grid trading, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm either hiding out in the mountains or hiding out on a boat, trading and making money off-grid. And that's what I'm trying to teach everybody here, to build my free folk nation of self-sufficient individuals living off-grid and making a living. So if you like what you're hearing, hit the subscribe and hit the bell, because being off-grid I get knocked off and you want that notification that I came back up. And hit the like, because it goes a long way. And if you want to support the effort, there's a PayPal link where you can make a donation to the channel and keep us streaming. And there's a Twitter handle. If you'd like, you could pass the word. And any one of those things is greatly appreciated and a big help to us. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to ask questions, share your comments, chat. I even take the haters. Although we just very rarely get them. Just good folks gravitate towards off-grid and off-grid lifestyle. Yeah, it looks like we're rolling into a consolidation now on the S&P. Really didn't give me, everything was like single bottom, didn't really give me opportunity to get in and take advantage of it. QQ better than SPY? Yeah, it looks like it's consolidating more. I mean, SPY is good in that it gave us volatility and movement, and there was plenty to trade and make money. I mean, yeah, it just didn't go your way today, that's all. But no big deal. I mean, that's the business, man. As long as you managed your risk and didn't crush yourself and have a blow-up day, then you're doing good. I mean, even, down days, that's all part of the business. Down months are part of the business. You just have to have good risk management until your ideas start working again. I don't want to say it, but we're having a good stream experience. I mean, we're not getting whacked out and things of that nature. I hate saying it and then jinxing the situation, but here on the 30-minute, what do we have left? We still have 15 minutes left, so we'll see. But keep an eye on that hammer. That's pretty good, man. It's kind of testing these EMAs and bounced off the 38, and if it closes up here above the 33, that's a good hammer. It's holding the gap as support, which is not uncommon. So a good trade would be breaking that hammer. Watch the momentum, see if the momentum starts curling around. I mean, you got 15 minutes for this bar to close, and it could go south on you, but it's just something I'm watching build. I may take it, I may not. I'll decide then. Super. Yeah. I mean, that first trade was a great trade. I mean, I did well, so yeah, I'm not going crazy looking for trades right now. Do you want me to look at it for you? Yeah, that doesn't really fit into my mix of how I trade. But if you want to see what I see, I'm happy to do that. Now the momentum's flattening, so I don't see that it'll really rally back. And it's in consolidation on the daily. This is another one of another get-rich-quick kind of investment, or politically correct saying it's a meme stock. Can I get a 30-second chart out of this fucking thing? Man, this baby's giving me a 30-second. How's the 30-second working on SPX? There we go. It's a kitty. I mean, we still haven't turned around, honestly, and started a reversal. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy to tell you what I see, but I mean, you know, as far as for trading, I mean, I don't get sucked in by that stuff. You know, I just rather trade what I can control. You know, I mean, I don't think you guys really care where the money comes from as long as the money comes, right? So, I mean, at least that's how I look at it, and you know, I mean, we had a nice move in SPX. I made some loot. I'm looking for a good trade again. Something I can control. I know when the idea breaks down. I know when I should get out. You know, when I got hope and pray. Not a good trade. You know, I prefer the mathematics of it. Or if you wake up thinking about the trade, not a good trade. Actually, that dude with Apple, he finally got out of it. You know, I talk about the guy from time to time, and then he he went short Apple, and now he's taking a beating. I think it's like the only thing on the Microsoft stuff, but it's ripping the other way. Had he stayed long, the kid would be making a killing. I mean, you know, you got to trade a plan. And this dude, I mean, this guy was trained well. He just lost his discipline. No, I don't think Tesla's a meme stock. But I guess you could look at it. I mean, I trade Tesla based on its momentum, and I haven't traded it. As far as an investment, I'm not interested in Tesla because I'm not impressed with the manner in which it's making money. And now, do you see Porsche is hooking up with a couple other guys? I forget now who else they're hooking up with. Oh, Bugatti, you know, and they're all going to be doing high-end electrical vehicles. You know, I mean Bugatti. I mean, yeah, you know, that company's as old as Ford. You know, so I mean, I don't look at it as a fundamental investment. But when it's ripping around and it has volume, I'll trade it because of the characteristics of the company. It has volatility and there's volume in it and things like that. And it's not, you know, a flyby. I mean, it's been doing that for quite some time. So you can back test your entries on Tesla. You know, you can back test your entries on Amazon. I mean, these stocks that have that typical pattern, that typical meme pattern, I want to stay away from. We still haven't turned around on this S&P. I mean, this is still, even that 30-minute fell apart. This is still negative trending, and it just looks like it's going to be a down day today. I just hope it doesn't get bloody. QQQ to 360. Could be. I don't know. My crystal ball's in the shop. Took a nice bit of water. No, man. As a matter of fact, it's helping because when the market moves up too consistently, the premiums diminish. So there's no money in it. But now the premiums are increasing a little bit, so you can get good prices, and this is healthy. I mean, it's healthy. If we get like a bloody day, like those 70-point days, which hey, could very well happen. I mean, we're not even halfway through the day yet. I mean, we're just coming into lunch. But if we get a bloody day, I mean, then I might have the troubles. But I'll just take a position and defend it. Just means I have to work for my money. Looking like we're trying to retest that low from Friday. Let's see if we can fill that gap. I kind of feeling like we're going to fill that gap, and that's not a bad retracement either. I mean, it's logical. It's like 50% from this move right here, from the June 29th move. And really, I mean, I'm being conservative with this Fibonacci, just because I'm feeling rather bullish about the market. But I mean, this is really the retrace, So really, 4260 is a real logical retracement on this move. I mean, it would just suck if it happens in one day and turns around. I mean, it'll be cool if it moves down slowly, orderly, and then bounces off of that number and turns around. And you got a lot of gaps in there, so there's a lot pulling it. Nah, it's kind of quiet. I mean, after the pandemic, from what I hear, everybody kind of hopped off, and it was like a cemetery. But for years, they've been using tablets, so there isn't really all that yelling and screaming and stuff. It kind of started dying out as things got electric. I mean, there's still people down there trading, but it's not as nuts as it was. So there are guys walking around with tablets, putting in orders and stuff like that, and then talking to market makers and visiting, market makers and stuff. But it's been years since I've been down there. Here we go, testing that low. We might be filling that gap right now. Yeah, the upticks. Yep. I mean, every industry has that. When I was in construction, the carpenters used to send the new guys to get a box of toenails, and the guy would be running around the whole time, or a stringer stretcher to stretch the stringers, which a stringer is like a 2x4, So there, and I'm sure there's stuff in your industry too that, that same old joke. What's that series on? What platform is that series on? Oh yeah, baby. We're making that move. We got at least another 5 points in this move down. Oh yeah, on YouTube, Warriors of Wall Street. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. Actually, sometimes that stuff frustrates me. You know. So I don't like to watch a lot of those. Although, like I watched Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, a lot of the stories were inaccurate, but kind of made me miss the industry just for the fun they were having. Oh, baby, would have been nice to stay in that those puts. You know, and just followed that down. I should have just stayed at my break even, but plenty of money was made, so I figured, all right, we'll just wrap it up. So theoretically, you could just keep taking every break of the low, and then manage your trade with the stop. I mean, it's not a trade that I didn't regularly take when I was more aggressive. When I was a younger man. Looks like we're heading for that 43.20 point. Oh, 5s and 20s. Hmm. goofed. Margin call. I don't think so. No, no, I don't think I've seen it. I just looked at it. Nice cast, though. Jeremy Irons. I met him on Broadway. I saw a play he did, and then I ran into him at a restaurant after the show. Cool guy. And Paul Bettany. He was I guess I really shouldn't say that, but all right. Well, anyway. I met Paul Bettany once, also. Yeah, I'm probably going to check it out. What platform does Margin Call play on? If somebody knows. Yeah, I see it's on Prime. I could get it. Yeah, I saw it on Prime, so I'll probably check it out. So we're running into lunch. We didn't get that midday reversal. Which bodes rather negatively for the market. Man, Virgin Galactic. Up $3. What am I getting hurt on today? Nope, Viacom doing the give back.